してるより愛してることを伝え
Hello there, everybody. Ma Terry here, and our fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. Say hi to everybody. She's getting ready for nap. Anyhow, good morning. I believe this video goes out tomorrow morning. I wanted to do a comparison of two hybrid vehicles, the Toyota Sienna and the Rav4, both of which I love. I love living in my Toyota Sienna, but my gentleman friend's thinking about getting a Rav4 so he can go out camping and join us. And I lived for 2 happy, blissful years in the Toyota Prius, so I know it can be done. I just love the Toyota Prius hybrid. I think it was getting 55, 56 miles per gallon. Right now, you can't beat that. But, I did rent the Rav4, the hybrid, this summer, and it was really nice. It was. But let's start with the pluses and minuses. You all know I love my Toyota Sienna. I'm never getting rid of my Toyota Sienna. It's the right amount of space for me. Going from something as small as the Toyota Prius, I thought I would be swimming around in the Sienna, but I'm not. But the problem is, right now, the hybrid model starts at about $43,000. That's a boatload of money. And I'm comparing 2021 vehicles, not the brand new ones. So we're going, a couple of miles on it, not too many miles, still has a warranty, right? So the Toyota Sienna starts at $43,000. But the Rav4 starts at about $32,000. So right off the bat, that's an $11,000 savings, right? Now, what I thought was really interesting, the Rav4 gets 41 miles per gallon city, 38 miles per gallon highway. And you know what? It's a shorter car and everything, so you're thinking, okay, good, that makes sense. But the Sienna hybrid, the MPG, is 36 city and 36 highway. So what is it, 4 or 5 miles less than a RAV4? But there are big differences and things to consider as we continue exploring this. All right, so let's see. The Sienna is great. It has a towing capacity of about 3,500 pounds. So if you want to travel with a nice sized trailer, you can. The tow capacity on the RAV4 is 1,750 pounds. So, you're going to travel with a much smaller thing. And, if I had the two, would I want a RAV4 and a travel trailer or just to live in the Sienna? I would choose the Sienna. To me, it's just so much easier, but that's my own personal opinion. Now, here's where, the difference in the vehicles come into play for people that, like us, we love camping on BLM property. The Sienna has a ground clearance of 6.37 inches, which isn't bad, but then all the RAV4, let's see what its ground clearance is, 8.4 inches. Now, with my Sienna, when I go BLM camping in Bryan's Head, Utah, we're going over boulders and things out on dirt roads in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, it would be nice to have that extra ground clearance. It would be, and the extra $12,000 savings on the RAV4, huh? Now then, let's see. Some of the negatives of both of them is they have what's called Ontune. It's the mapping. It's all that programming. And if you look on the App Store, it gets like 1.2 stars. It is the worst possible thing ever on the planet. Hard to program, hard to function. Get rid of Ontune. The Toyota builds I think, it's my opinion, one of the nicest vehicles and everything, and then they have Ontune. It's like, it's terrible. All right. And both of them, I hate where they put the spare. The RAV4, if you want to look at the RAV4 vehicle, I'll tell you what the name of that one is. When I did the, step-by-step what all is in a RAV4, the video is titled 40 mile per gallon camping 40 MPG Camper SUV RAV4 hybrid. So if you want to watch that vehicle, as I show where all I would put things and everything to turn that into a camper. And who knows, maybe my gentleman friend will buy the RAV4. All right, so the other big difference is the interior space. In the Sienna, 193 cubic square feet. I love it. And that's, the whole interior. But if you go behind, like the passenger seats, you have 160 cubic feet. Now then, the RAV4, you know, for only getting 4 or 5 miles per gallon, you get the interior space that's half the size of it. So the interior space on the RAV4 is 99 cubic feet, or after the passenger seat, 70 cubic feet. So we're looking at Sienna, 160 cubic feet, RAV4 70 cubic feet. That's a lot smaller to live in. All right, so we got all that, you know, science stuff out of the way. Let's talk about my own personal preferences and prejudices. Well, the Sienna, like I said, the downside is it costs $10,000 more, and it gets 4 to 5 miles per gallon less than the RAV4. That's it. Now then, the livability of the Sienna versus the RAV4. And there are some downsides, so I'm going to tell you. But I liked all the storage space that the Sienna has. Like the RAV4, you only have 1 glove box. The Sienna, you have 2 glove boxes. You know, and all the extra space. What I love doing in my Sienna is I love doing all my crafting. But the other thing is, let's say it's windy outside, it's rainy outside, I can still do my thigh master. I can do a lot of stretching exercises in my Sienna. I could not do that in a RAV4. So, you know, the other thing I feel like, where was I? Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn, New York. I was camped out there, and it rained and it rained and it rained. Well, 3 days of rain in something as small as a Prius or a RAV4, I start scrambling for a hotel room. Or I was sick real bad, and you know, you cannot you know, with food poisoning, it's not really comfortable in a RAV4 or a Prius. At least you can tough it out in a Sienna. So, you know, those are some of my prejudices. With the Prius, yeah, I spent some time in hotels just because of either I was sick or really bad weather, or yeah, it would just rain continually. And it's like, you cannot be in something that small, you know, and not go stir crazy. Now then, because the Sienna is bigger, you can put more solar up on the roof. That's one of the things I really like about that. Also, you can tow a bigger trailer if you want. My other thing is this country's nuts right now. I don't ever remember this country being in a bad space, but if the stuff hits the fan, I can pack my Toyota Sienna in it full of stuff and be out in the middle of nowhere for months and months at a time. You can't do that with the RAV4. And the other thing is the Toyota Sienna. When I drive, I get everything charging, and it has a lot more outlets to do that. I have my Hot Logic plugged in. I'm cooking dinner. I'm recharging all my batteries. I have about 4 or 5 Goal Zero batteries. I have so many USB ports, a lot more than the RAV4. All right. Oh, and it has more cup holders. You know what? More cup holders may not make sense to you, but, you know, in between the passenger and the driver's seat, you have that little container. Well, I sleep in the back, and behind that container, I have fold down cup holders. So, you know, in the morning, I just want to put my coffee right there and sip my coffee. It's good. The RAV4 did not have that cup holder, or the one I tried out. Now then, let's talk about the pluses of the RAV4. Now, I do a lot of stealth camping at the beaches in Southern California. And, you know, my rule of thumb is pull in 10 o'clock at night, get out by sunrise. You know, that's the way I do it. I don't want to get busted. I've never gotten busted. So knock on wood, right? But when you wait until 10 o'clock at night, everybody that works during the day, or, you know, they come home from dining and dancing and everything. So there's less and less parking spaces, because I park in front of apartment buildings. Parking spaces, stealth camping spaces, or as I call them, camp spots, are harder to come by. Well, if you have a bigger Sienna, it's harder to find a spot with the bigger Sienna. The little hybrid RAV4, it's easier to find a spot. And then with the Prius, it's so simple to find a spot out here. But that was one of my big things. And like I said, yeah, the RAV4, if it rains for days, you know, I'll be spending my money inside a hotel room. All right, let me make sure I got everything right. Yeah, the biggest plus of the RAV4 is it costs $10,000 less. Right. And, you know, the most important, I know gas is really expensive right now. It's nothing to sneeze at. But I love the fact that the reason why I would choose a hybrid is because of the ready mode, is because, you know, when I get to the East Coast, the humidity kills me out there, and I love my air conditioned luxury. All right, so if you want to look in my playlist under conversions in my van, I have a lot because I live in my Toyota Sienna. I have a lot of videos comparing my Toyota to other vehicles, and also all the build outs, you know, how I rearrange things and everything, how I measure things, how I do things. I have a video, Toyota Prius versus the Sienna, since I lived in the Prius for a couple of years, and the video 40 miles per gallon camping SUV RAV4 hybrid, which, like I said, it's great for the ground clearance. It really is. All right, please thumbs up. Wait, where is it? Where is it? My old little signs, right? Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, I will see you down the road. Bye.
ことを伝える